If you have room for only one Turtle book this week, grab Batman TMNT III. But if you're a die-hard Turtle fan, read them both. It's never been a better time to be a TMNT comic book fan. DC Comics' flagship character Batman and IDW Publishing's most popular title, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, continue their fantastic team-up this week. Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 is easily one of my favorite books available today. I like DC's A and B cover system basically across the board. I'm loving the alternate covers available from TMNT creator Kevin Eastman. Although you can't go wrong with the A cover from series artist Freddie Williams II either. So far, the third installment of the series is a huge upgrade from the second. Exploring the DC and TMNT multiverses intersecting is an excellent way to finish the crossovers. The writing from James Tynion IV is first rate, as is Freddie Williams Art. After I'm done giving my thoughts on the crossover book, I'm going to cover the most recent events in the City at War story in the main IDW TMNT series. I've previously spoken at length about how phenomenal Freddie Williams II art is on Batman TMNT. He's one of the most underappreciated talents in the industry, in my opinion. The color art from Jeremy Colwell fits his style perfectly. As great as the Batman TMNT III story is, the art is a standout feature of the series. Krang crossed over the DC and TMNT multiverses, changing the origin for the superheroes. The Waynes bought Bruce 4 turtles on the way home from Zorro. A group of hoods speed through an alley with stolen containers of ooze. Thomas Wayne saves Bruce and his new pets, but the vehicle crashes into him and Martha Wayne, killing them. Splinter discovers Bruce and his new brothers in the sewers, becoming their father figure and sensei. Bruce is haunted by flashbacks of the life he was meant to live. Splinter provides a warm shoulder. He counsels his human son to think about where he would have went if Splinter never discovered him. Bruce realizes he needs to return to his childhood home, Wayne Manor, which he hasn't visited since the fateful day his parents passed. Meanwhile, the 4 turtles are having a difficult time coming to grips with their new reality. Black and White Raphael, from the first multiverse, says the brothers must remove their Robin-inspired gear and return to their original colored bandanas. The current Raph has a huge issue with this, and they argue. A lot. Black and White Raphael decides the team needs to find April if they are ever to return their timelines to normal. When they find her, Joker's new identity, the Laughing Man, and his Smile Clan have her surrounded. The Turtles and Black and White Raphael jump into action in a fantastic visual from Freddie Williams II. April initially doesn't recognize the brothers. Donnie grabs April's wrist to get her moving, and she immediately remembers who he is. The characters are starting to remember how their world should be. Bruce arrives at a very run-down Wayne Manor, discovering a much disheveled Alfred. He pulls a shotgun on Bruce before realizing the Wayne's son finally returned home. Alfred apparently waited years for this moment. The two have an emotional reunion as Bruce's true destiny rushes back to him. The Smile Clan and Turtles continue battling until the Laughing Man lures Black and White Raphael into location. He informs Krang he's in position. An energy appears and holds him. He tells the Turtles they need to find the rightful leader of the Smile Clan and return him to power, so they can become the Foot once again. James Tynion IV is really on point with this story. His intersection of the DC and TMNT multiverses is expertly crafted. The art from Freddie Williams II is simply sublime. I rate Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, number 3, 4.5 out of 5. This issue receives my highest recommendation. Readers across the board will enjoy this fantastic crossover story. IDW Publishing also released Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 95 this week. The series is currently telling the City at War story leading to issue 100 and likely Shredder's return to the living universe. TMNT is one of my favorite indie books and in my opinion the best managed franchise outside the big two. I have not been impressed by the City at War story. It's moving very, very slowly and features way too much drama instead of action. I'm going to continue reading the book, but this isn't what I expected, leading to Shredder's much anticipated return. First things first, I don't really like the art in this book. I thought it may grow on me over time, but at this point it's clear Dave Watcher's art isn't my style. The book features Rhonda Pattinson, one of the best color artists in the industry. Even she isn't talented enough to make the art style work for me. And it looks much worse after reading Batman TMNT. But in fairness, the visuals on that book are perfection. I'm going to rush through the story a bit because it's actually not much better than the art. Donatello is with Casey's love interest Jenny, who is mortally wounded. A team of scientists attempt to save her using ooze. Metalhead arrives, destroying the team's only vial of the substance. Outside, Casey, Leo, Mikey, and others fend off Metalhead's government backup. This issue features much more action than the previous ones, but it's all in support of saving Jenny, a character I honestly could care less about. The stakes just aren't drawing me into the story at all. TMNT creator Kevin Eastman and writer Tom Waltz really should have used a character with more history and reader investment to drive tension in the story, in my opinion. The team end up on the run, evading Metalhead and the government agents while trying to save Jenny. They can't look for shelter anywhere Donnie might think of because Metalhead will think of it as well, which makes things a bit more interesting. But in the end, City at War continues to fall flat for me. The team finally run out of time and split up. Donnie and Leo stay behind with one of the scientists and decide the only way to save Jenny is a blood transfusion from Leo's ooze-infused blood. In case you're unfamiliar with the book, the man who turns into a turtle after the blood transfusion is in fact a woman named Jenny. I think this ending is extremely lame and oozes the worst nostalgia pandering has to offer. This issue is a bit of a step up from the previous few, but still features too much drama and dialogue. The mission to save Jenny isn't interesting to me, and her transformation into the newest turtle sucks any momentum this issue built out of the story. I don't like the art much at all. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 95 continues the highly disappointing City at War story in more disappointing fashion. I rate it 2.5 out of 5 overall. I don't really recommend this issue or story for new readers. If you're already reading the series, history indicates the quality will pick up soon. It's been one of the consistently great books for a long time. Despite a disappointing story arc in TMNT, fans of the mutated turtles are flush with quality books. DC and IDW's co-produced Batman TMNT III is one of the best books on the market today. IDW Publishing's TMNT Shredder and Hell miniseries is one of the best written and illustrated books in the industry, regardless of publisher. I have no doubts the City at War story will pick up soon as readers prepare for the return of the classic Shredder villain. If you have room for only one Turtle book this week, grab Batman TMNT III. But if you're a die-hard Turtle fan, read them both. It's never been a better time to be a TMNT comic book fan. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I would appreciate it very much. It helps us attract more views for the channel. Subscribe for future commentary, comic book news, and reviews. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. If you want to talk comics, movies, and much, much more, you can follow me on Twitter at Wes_from_TC. With that, Salamat Po, and I'm out.